Main quest. I have 1 point in skills. We saving for anything? Fighting back, maybe? Mounted pickup? No. Dismount strike? There's an achievement for dismount strikes. Take hunter reflexes? Sure. Go to the grand balcony that overlooks the sun. Oh, that's up here. No. No, we're here. It's here. Let's go, Panz. That's why you left here. Whee!
Poor Itamen.
You could jump off a mountain and...
What are you waiting around for, Outlander? Bounties are announced inside.
He's slow jumping everywhere now.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
We can't even keep our son.
Oh wow, here we go. Could have also come up from the bottom. Looks like... Or are we going down? Oh, we're going down. Well, you definitely can get up from the bottom then, but you can't start at the bottom.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return.
What?
Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Oh. No, this is not the point of no return. I think he's metaphorically giving it to us. No, but not meta? Like... No.
I'm heading down.
Like maybe the call means that you couldn't
trying
leave
to uncover the
until you
secrets
finished.
of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. I think by now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Awesome.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
Hi, GLaDOS.
We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Oh, I thought that was... There's a little thing on the monitor. There. I thought it was a thing to scan off in the distance. Not something so close. That's cool.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Any audio files? Just regular ones.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we
Make
had
more
their
robots to fight the
deactivation
robots.
codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved
She
us.
thinks Elizabeth is a mother.
I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
My guess is clone.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Sharpen my arrow special!
To me!
Let's take her down!
What? I'm stuck there? Oh, Aloy.
What else you got?
Where'd you go?
Me victory! Let this impale the enemy!
Oh, good. Hands blind. Nice. I'm on a controller. I refuse to play really good parkour games with WASD.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Also, don't get why that guy heard me fall down. Like, there is... Well, I do. Because it's... you get lied to. The silent jump and fall is not silent.
Look alive. Don't let her get past you while you gape like fools.
Hey, Rakitha. The blast sling with stacked damage is good.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my...
Oh. I'm so used to Maneater where you can go to the map if an audio's playing. Play the audio again, please.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
There we go.
I can pass them, undetected.
The data points, you're going to ignore them?
Oh, son, guide this to my foe. Something broke. Bad. For the rightful Kamikurt.
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I don't know. I just got it, dude. Let's see what's... That's on the edge, so...
Is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living thing. Dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution. Liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please. Tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doc, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
So someone's angry.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Yeah, just get out.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
All right.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
I like when in games you get areas that go off the map. I mean, I like it more if they actually go somewhere with something cool, but... Aww. Still.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important,
Hades is
you'll
on
know
that
how
list.
it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world, And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Unless the original robots got to Gaia. Am I going with the audios? Okay, I like seeing this. It sort of tells me that it kind of tells me when they're all solid that I haven't missed part of the audio story. Not sure about that one yet, though.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Your protection.
I'll tell you. I'm surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Oh, wow. You got chosen to be in this project, and if you said no thank you, you don't get to go back to live out your life as long as you can with your family. Because obviously they don't want anyone telling everyone out there what's actually going on. So if you were to not want to be a part of it, not that you'd know not to to pray not to be there, but you just hope they didn't pick you or find you, because if they did and you said no thank you, then your option is death. What's that? Oh, that's the fire striker from the other dude, the heavy. What's this? Stranded shackles. Is it a weapon? No. Alright, next room, Aloy.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do,
approach.
don't die now.
Why? Is it going to take me back to where I was before?
The moon will welcome you.
Don't tell me how to play my game, dude. I think it's already collected these audio ones as well. I mean, it looks like it. That was 44. That's Ron being good boy again. Yeah. Okay.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you
Really?
do, don't die now.
Well, I won't.
Alert. Confinement block inaccessible.
To destroy the unfaithful! Face the sun!
Alright.
May this crush the enemy!
Come on. Come on, game. Don't turn this ability into cyberpunks. There we go. I mean, I think this guy's actually got some sort of smart strategy. It didn't help him, but I think it's better plan than most of the guys that have tried to be heavies. Good for you, dude.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when your future is you'll be sterile and everyone will grow old until the last ones die off. Doesn't sound very good.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor. Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
It's such... I think she said that was locked and Silence told us something, but they were talking over an audio log because they've got no manners.
These will keep.
He's probably like, go boot it up. And hopefully there'll be a spare one of those around. It's locked too.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Down right.
Done. I should check the door nearby. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
I'll find a use for you.
I mean, I don't think anyone's getting paid. You get the opportunity to live out your life. Yeah, but as a lot of them point out, what's the life? No, well, see, here's the thing: is they could have got to live out their life on the surface. It wouldn't have been as long, but they could have done it with. I mean, they get to bring their family, I guess, if they choose this life. But they don't get to bring their friends. They don't get to do anything, and they just get to die off. So I can understand the singles being like, I just don't give a crap. Like, what am I going to do? You know, especially what are you going to do when you get into like your 80s and you don't have grandkids because, you know, or the people that do have kids that are invited to this thing that won't have grandkids, what do they do when, you know, they're in their 80s and their kids are 50 and you don't have the young ones around? like the prison guy said, I'm just gonna sit around and watch porn for 30 years. This is great, sign me up. I mean, there's that, but... I need there to be 2 power cells. One for door and one for me.
Found one. Looks intact.
It has to be in here somewhere, right? And then we can go get that ancient armor.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Up. Left. Down, right, up. Why is that not lit up? Up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Maybe this one needs to be turned away from up and then back again. Okay. It's upside down. So it's down. Oh, I should just be able to turn everything twice. No, and it's also backwards. Down left. Up. The middle one was the only one I could guarantee to turn twice. The other ones could just be wrong. Oh no, that's fine.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
She's just one savage. How much of a threat can she
Stay in cover!
Alert. Area inaccessible. Structural failure prevents access.
Farewell, fool.
Oh, come on.
Something there!
Don't let him sneak away!
5.
Search everything. Move it! Die! You're finished.
Nope. Just getting started.
That's the last of them.
Alert. H-lock structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Come on, man.
To me! Take her down!
Tomb Raider all over.
You won't survive this. Farewell!
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the definitive copy that Gaia would use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal Ford. Except, it's not that simple.
Okay, so I pushed into an area I didn't want to push into yet.
So like,
Might be okay
you
though.
probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones design.
You won't survive this. Shadow take you! Take them down!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Oh no. We'll walk around as if they're not actually sending stuff down on a time basis. And then complain about it if they do. As is tradition.
Save these for the trail.
Okay, is there anything in this room? There's a door. Which is like the way we came in.
Never know when I might need these.
There's upstairs, which looks like we get to from there. And there's that door, which obviously leads that way. Which I don't think we can access, so we're coming back through that way. Funny, I'm surprised that no one ever tried to break through those vents on the outside. The ones that they, like, came in through. Especially if it was going to lead them in here, like, behind the doors. And we heard the Hephaestus lady saying something about not all of them were robotics because they weren't actually making it, they were just coming up with the design, I think.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Alright, so the cauldrons are making the good machines. That's, yeah, okay. The corruptors are the bad machines. All the other machines like the grazers and the snapjaws and stuff were all the good machines. Which is why some of them, they said in generations before. Yeah, and some of them are just in the locations where they just hang out with humans. Because they weren't designed to be bad. Then Hades. Why Hades? Is that a room I was in that I missed? It is. Where's that supply crate? There it is. I'm being extra careful with the supply crates in here because I need one. I'm just worried that I'll miss the power cell. Oh, I can hear what she was going to say then.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest,
So,
experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because...
I'm going to keep talking. I want to listen from over there. Oh, it's shock tool. Right. So like you probably noticed.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
I think it's got to be Eclipse's involved. No, Hades. And then Eclipse through Hades.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Hey Bumfire, how you doing, man? Yeah, shout out to our old friend Cauldron Thunderjaw.
More Eclipse.
That was a good fight.
Now.
Oh, wow. I'm doing really well, Bumfire. Finished the DLC, Man-Eater DLC. It was great. Back into Horizon Zero Dawn. Looking like we're going to get through the games I want to get through. Deathloop's out in less than 2 weeks. Goes in 100% for Neo 2. Nice.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebadi. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory
Waiting for the Eclipse
Institute
dudes to
in
come
New
busting in.
Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries, 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
That dude's up on that walkway that I was up on before. But how did he get down? If he's up there, which where I was, how did he... Oh, unless it's a closer one. Might be that front one. Whereas I think we went around the back. Coming back this way.
All of this lost. The Ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
We got one less.
Did Helis put a bounty on her? I wouldn't mind some
I can get someone down here with rocks. Problem I've found with rocks and stuff in the past is like everyone hears it, or enough people that you don't get to hit any, like take out anyone anyway. What I need is for someone to almost see me. Okay, so that dude's just up in the middle. There's a dude here, right? That I think his path walks him to a spot where he doesn't get, like, to a point where he won't get seen. I think. There's a dude there that probably should have seen him. Oh, unless he was on the outside. Okay, he's on the outside. That's like now inside track.
They saw me. This is it.
You got found, Panz. Come on.
I'm not here. Looks like I'm clear.
Always feels cheesy and I don't mind in stealth games where you can be spotted to pull them off their path and then just get a free kill. And sometimes there's different ways of doing it, you know, like whether you're leaving footprints or you're running across a spot so they chase you around a corner. But when you just get straight up seen and instead of the dude killing you, he's like, intruder! And they all come chasing after you and you get to, you know, then they stop chasing you, you get to take a freebie. And sometimes it's like you get the enemies that they're like in a key spot. Like they're the one that's holding everything up and you get that person, then you just get to knock them over like dominoes. I kind of want that guy while he's on his way back to the other one, I think. I think we care about that one right now. That one's going to be facing the wrong way. This one's facing the wrong way. As long as we don't kill him in a spot where that guy sees us, it doesn't matter. That's that door that leads through to there.
I've been seen.
Finally.
I'm
done. They fled before the shadow.
That's the last of them. Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
These are all the fossil data storage something or others.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Wow, this is only in 40
the
years.
highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces.
You better start paying attention.
The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
No, we couldn't hop up there at the previous spot. So I came in from here before, and I went around this. Did I actually go around out this bit? I don't know where I came in now. I don't think we came in here. The outside was like very outs. I don't know how. We must have been on a different part of that. So we came in, I don't know. If this takes us into the back end of Sobek's office.
To Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the?
Well, in case we screw up and she wants to
plumb crazy, ain't it?
Start again?
No, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
I mean, the sub parts weren't supposed to be AI.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Now, that guy wasn't necessarily a good guy. So there's always a potential that he did something bad with the system. That's the other side of this. Yeah, Valkyries, it's good, man. How about you?